Hey, hi, and welcome back. Uh, First of all, thank you for everyone who is showing a lot of love on my videos that I am trying to put out there for your benefit. And I'm looking at the stats, they are looking very good. Thank you for all your love and support that you are showering me by seeing my videos. Till yesterday, we were maneuvering and traversing on the very basic and the core concepts of human experience, self development, and self growth. From today onwards, I am trying to go a little bit deeper into each and every topic. We are going to understand a little bit complex topics, and for that, I am asking you to be a little focused, a little bit attentive. These are my methods, this is my thought process and my mindset to perceive a thing and to understand it and help you to uh, get the synopsis of it. It's your duty to understand it. No, you don't have to reflect on it, you need to find your own way, your own method, but keep this sort of concepts as a milestone or a benchmark so that you can explore and experience it on your own end. So today's topic is a little bit complex, but I think it is a crucial topic for everyone. And today's topic is how to know yourself and how you can on your own understand that you are you and not your thoughts. The whole topic is understanding the web of thoughts. Okay, as a human, we are very social, and most importantly, we have a very collaborative mind, a creative mind itself. So, in any given scenario, if we try to work on something, we have a predetermined or a prerequisite mind which holds some sort of beliefs, which holds some sort of thoughts and theories, and there is one which is the creative brain or the creative mind which dwells into the more cosmic realm of mind, which unlocks the potential within you by going through different sorts of methods and iteration, by self evaluation, practice, and taking leap or having audacity. Okay, so now on a individual or a micro level, if you have to define yourself, it would be you and your thoughts. Okay, now try to understand your brain, your mind is an organ of your whole system. Okay, it is not something secondary which is out of your body. So most of the people do this very mistake of distinguishing your mind and your body as two separate entities. This is not true at all. First, the first point is to accept this fact that you and your mind are one. Okay, second, most of the time what people do, or as an individual, if I take my older version into consideration, I used to think from my mind, but I used to associate my mind as a secondary processing unit or a secondary entity. And most of the time, this decision or the logic or the reasoning used to come from the point of second entity, not as a singular entity. What happens now when you distinguish between mind and body? Your mind might give you something great, a spectacular out of the box idea, but if you don't properly understand that your mind is a part of your body would definitely create sort of hormones and psychological barriers that will initiate this process of self doubt. Hear me. This very crucial part is where you let yourself acknowledge that your mind and your body is in unity. It is a union, it is a singular entity itself. Third part. Now, when you have distinguished that or defined that your body is not a separate or from your mind, or your mind is not a another entity or a secondary entity of your body, you reflect, you observe, you experience the thoughts. Thoughts are what? Ideas, potential, and observations. Okay. Now, when you have cracked this very code that your body and your mind is singular entity, you think from the point of self. How does it helps? It helps you to take logical decisions. It gives you reasoning behind each and every thought, and you take and you make defined decisions. Okay, let's say I am a newbie to powerlifting. Okay, I don't know anything. I would seek help from someone. Now, I know my body. Let's say I am falling under a certain age, weight criteria. Let's say I am just 75 kgs. Okay, and I think that, let's say I take this case that my mind is different. My mind would say that if I want to see results, I need to eat heavy, lift heavy, and train hard, extremely hard. Is it true? No. Why? Because now I am thinking from an external point of locus, which says that there is a rush, there is an emergency for getting results, due to which I would take this rash decision of eating heavy, lifting heavy, and seeing not so good results. If I seek a help from a coach, from a dietitian, or from a person who curates and exercises, curates my routine in the gym, he would understand what is my weight criteria, he would understand what is my initial strength, how much I can lift at my initial stages. Based on that, he would create a routine plan, he would create my diet chart, he would create my monthly plan, whatever sort of is. And based on that, if I work diligently, I take proper rest, I eat healthy, I sleep well, and I lift cautiously, the chances here is that I would attain and gain certain amount of weight. I would be achievable to pick a certain weight. And third, there is a less chances and probability of me getting injured. When does this happen? When I think my brain and my body as a one entity. Same happens with other tasks, like learning a new skill, or learning a new, or going to do something which is going to benefit you. Okay, the fourth point is that for every thought there is something called a web of thoughts. What it is? Your brain usually responds in a three-defined questionnaire: why, what, and how. With every why, you will associate these three same thing, and this creates a huge web-like structure which puts a person into analysis paralysis. Why? Try to understand. Since your brain is a creative machine, it's a creative organ of your body, its whole usability is to think, its whole usability is to observe, and the later part is to experience. Your brain creates conditional biases, it creates repetitive biases based on what you feed into it. And let's say for certain tasks, if you fail for the first time, your brain would create certain sort of biases, sort of a self-doubt or a limiting factor that would affect your future thinking. And this is where you create web of thoughts. Now, web of thoughts are not only mental but psychological too. Mostly 90% of it is psychological, because we live in a very fast-paced world, a very competitive kind of a world where we seek results and we hope for results even before we are trying to attempt it in the first place. So we are wired in sort of a way that we would like to contemplate and think over the idea of doing than rather doing it. And the second you get into this pattern of thinking, you try to inculcate this habit of inducing the web of thoughts ideology in each and everything. Now, what is the possible way to get rid of this pattern? Is not to think from the point of result, or not to think about doing that thing, doing that activity, performing that activity. If you are willing to do it, you should stop questioning yourself why are you doing it in the first place. And second, what would you gain after doing this thing? It's okay to have a predefined goal, it's okay to have a output sort from any sort of idea, but it is not okay to dwell into the state of desiring or into the state of constant panic. Remember, your brain is a very crucial part of your body, and let's say if there is some sort of external force given to your brain won't work till its efficiency. It would drain your energy by doing nonsense thing. And one of the nonsense thing that your brain does is overthinking. Overthinking is the output of web of thoughts. Web of thoughts is nothing else but extreme overthinking. Few peoples are obsessed, and matter of fact they are so much possessive about their thoughts, their ideologies, that they create a delusional world around it. First thing, stop thinking from the point of any objective or from the point of a result. Second thing, always keep your actions, keep your plans, keep your targets, keep your goals as small, as achievable as you can. Not from the point of a mind from an external locus, but from a mind which is your internal organ and an integral part of your body. This is how you break the pattern of thoughts of web. As I say, my thoughts doesn't define me. Do the same. Don't let your thoughts govern you itself. You are the one who is governing your thoughts, right? Second step, seek a professional. This is a very, very important step when you are going to do or perform an activity or a task to achieve your goal. Try to understand the shortcomings of your goal and targets through a professional guy or a girl who has already done this sort of work, because these guys have a varied experience, and their experience might help you to achieve this target a little much easier and a little much faster. Third and the most important point is, when you think that this thing is not for me, try to understand, unless and until you don't know who you are as an human, you would never ever crack this code that this thing is right for me or not. This whole world would say you to chase this, to chase that, but no one would say you that think for what you want, do for what you like. And the second you know yourself, you create a strong self belief within you, and then you take appropriate steps towards your growth, towards your self growth journey or your self development journey. I hope you understand what is web of thoughts and how as a human you can know yourself a little better, and what is good for you, what is bad for you, and how to process your mind and your brain as a singular entity but not as a secondary entity. Your mind and you are one, so behave as if you need it, not your mind, but you need it. The second you stop distinguishing yourself from your mind, it's just a piece of cake, my friends. It is just a piece of cake. So I hope you understand a lot from this video, and it will help you to make your own blueprint and help you to achieve your own goals and achieve targets or milestones, whatever it is. I hope this video helps you. I'll meet you tomorrow with the next video. Till then, take care and bye.